and then innovation is the key factor here. So I think that with that, no matter how well your ideas are, if you're not implement with technologies or e-commerce or processes that rely on robot technologies or AI, for example, you're doomed to fail.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the new episode of Workforce 5 Show. We are all working in the show to help our businesses, our companies to be a better place for everyone. And we focus typically about productivity. And in this episode, we're going to focus about how we use technology to use the better productivity for the company so that as a company can achieve much more bigger goal. So today with me, we also have a guest, which is Khang Tran, who's been working in technology field for a long period of time. So with this one, let's move to the question number 3. Is this one, Khang? What are your top 5 reasons you see company unable to use technologies to increase workforce productivity?
Well, the first one is that technology and business have been brought together to produce extra value. There are companies that no longer can rely on the old formula of working without extra value, because competition is very, very fierce right now. One of the example is, let's say, Domino Pizza. In the 80s, they are just rely on delivering pizza to customer nearby. But nowadays, there are other companies that will do the same. So they have to think out the box in terms of technologies, how they can be able to put together a solution where they can serve the customer anywhere. So one of the situation that will improve their productivity or extra value is to allow the customer to go online and place the order, and then within 30 minutes the pizza will deliver to where they are, whether they are in the car, in their house, or in their offices. Okay. The second thing is that we need to build an effective digital and growth strategy, which will focus on 3 main areas. One is to streamline and speed up the business operation. The second one is to offer a personalized experience to their B&B clients and to the end users. And the third one is use technologies to build the new business strategies and models. And therefore, when you combine all these strategies together, you can be able to basically increase your return of investments and increase the revenue. As I was a teacher, I always telling my students is the main thing is to increase your revenue, reduce your expenses, and maximize your profits. And this is how we use technologies to do that. The third one is to bring innovation to fight competition with digitalizations of the business experience. Basically, as you say, nowadays people rely on social media, things like YouTube, and TikTok, for example, it just like a 30 second or 1 minute or 2 minutes videos that kind of make an impression on your customer's mind about your products, about your way of doing business, for example. So those are very important to implement in your strategies. The fourth one is to build a very robust e-commerce strategy. Okay, there's no longer a boundaries between your product and your clients. Basically, nowadays, for example, Nike before, most of their business are B2B businesses. But then after a certain time, they realize that, hey, we are missing out all those customers that can directly go on Nike website and order products from us directly. So they have to change their way of thinking by implementing e-commerce into their strategies, and so that's very important. The fifth one is very important also, is to revamp the company's processes with digitalized operations and use the full scales of technologies to build a win-win solution. Basically, what happened is that nowadays you cannot survive with a mom and pop operations if you're talking about like 1 million, 2 millions, or maybe $3 million or above revenues a month, right? One of the thing that one of the example that I was very impressed by reading different organizations is Starbucks, for example. In the beginning, back in the 90s, they are very fast expanding their operations from Seattle to worldwide operations, and the CEO was thinking, how can I get a control of all of these stores everywhere? When you are dealing with people from small towns to big cities across the international boundaries, for example. Okay, he would like to have a control, and what he does is that he invested at that time an online operation accounting services, where if you buy, let's say, a cup of coffee in Zurich, he would then sit in his office in New York with a key stroke. He can find out, how much money or revenue that was brought in by the number of coffees cups that was selling in Zurich, and then it immediately convert from Swiss franc into US dollars, right? And all of these technologies can only be very effective and improve the whole operation by thinking ahead and adapt to or welcoming the changes, and then innovation is the key factor here. So I think that with that, no matter how well your ideas are, if you're not implementing with technologies or e-commerce or processes that rely on robot technologies or AI, for example, you're doomed to fail eventually, because you would not be accepted by the processes that you have, and also by the customer themselves. Customers are kings, right? without their participation in buying your product, you would not have revenues to run your company. So that's my my ideas for these questions.
Thank you, Khang. I think you already mentioning is about what they should do a lot. And I think you shared out some pretty interesting case studies and example as well too, which is also inspiring too. So to complement the questions even more stronger, I will be telling the 5 key reasons why companies are unable to use technologies to increase workforce productivity. Number 1 is about leadership vision. So most of the companies, senior leaders, seeing technology as a problem. Even you hear about Charles Munger, he always mention that technology as a problem. And a lot of companies still buying to the model is about technology is something going to help the business to win quick. There's a good news and bad news for that one. So the good news is this one. Yes, actually technology can make business win quick and win fast. So they can get a lot of short term. So with that perspective, a lot of business end up investing on technology. But the problem is this one, that when companies is only focusing on winning quick win, they don't winning much about short term, to mid-term, and long term enough. So now that's the gap. So the leadership vision is the one factor. Leaders are not thinking that I can use technology to improve the workforce productivity. And that's one issue. Number 2, lack of change management capability. Like an example, when the company wanted to implement any technologies in the company, one of the biggest reasons that the technology implementation can fail in a company is not having the proper change management process. And the key reason of that one, company often don't have a good change management resource available to actually implement a proper change. It comes with the people, it comes with the resources, it comes with the process as well too, all of them. So, and that's one of the reasons companies are quite defensive. Oh, okay, so now we want to use the workforce productivity by technology. So that will require us a huge change management. So that will be a big risk to actually implementing that one. Number 3, use tech for operations, not for innovations. So using particularly is about, okay, I'm going to use technology to look at my financial numbers, like Khang mentioning is, but I'm going to financial numbers, how many Starbucks was been sold in Zurich. But when I talk about, okay, let's build a new type of coffee, innovate a new type of product, innovate our workforce model, that's the time companies are way more behind, because it takes a lot of time, effort, and resources to do a really good innovation thing. Number 4, not willing to take the risk. As usual, in a business, corporate, everybody are much more conservative to take a bigger risk. The problem is innovation require risk. Innovation is always out of the box thing. And when we do things out of the box, it has a risk. And the goal is about understanding the risk, assessing the risk, and then controlling the risk, which require resources. And most of the time, company doesn't have those resources to manage this risk. And that's why another reason companies is pulling back and saying, just keep doing and think about technology to optimize operations, but not only building innovations. So that's why a lot of department, let's say human resource department, always seen as a cost center, not seen as an innovation center. Digital transformation with the digital technology, now IT department used to be cost center. Now it's turning out to be revenue making or profit making center or innovation center. A lot of things coming on. Those things can be applied for human resource department as well, as long as we are ready to invest and take risk and innovate the department work model. And the last one I will say, this one is our leaders are not trained on technology to use productivity. So most of the leaders are in organizations who are coming from a generation where the technology was not the driver. They have learned, they're very smart, they have learned how to use technologies or how to hire someone who can use technologies. But now it's not about just having someone how to use technologies and understanding the overview, the benefit of the technology is not enough. To push this innovation forward, leaders also need to understand the true perspective of of the technology as well too, and how technology can improve the workforce productivity too as well. So that requires a lot of expertise, knowledge, and expert as well too. So the leaders needs to take the bold bet by working with the right experts to bring those innovations into the company, where those process tools, technologies can promote a better workforce productivity for the company.
And you probably wanted to see the whole podcast episodes where we share a lot of strategies. So don't forget to click this video right now so you can see the whole episodes where we share a lot of strategy. Click the video right now and I will see you there. Are you a leader or an HR professional? So for you, this is a great channel. So don't forget to subscribe